Hello, survivors, and welcome to another episode of Will You Survive?
The podcast.
I am Eric. I am your host today, and I'm joined by my two co-hosts, Alex.
That's me.
And TJ.
That's me.
We are a podcast that usually we watch a movie and then discuss said movie, but sometimes we don't do that. We are doing that today, but I just felt like I'd throw that out there because we don't really explain what we do very often. But today, and I think for all of us it was today, we watched The Tunnel, a 2011 Australian movie.
That's right.
I was going to say one thing. They didn't blame America, but they didn't mention us within like the first 10 minutes.
Did they? I
Yes,
kind of
they
missed
did.
it. What did they say?
It was the Las Vegas storm drains and washes that they would go in and clear out the homeless, and it was a daunting task.
So they're always shitting on us. They never have anything nice to say.
Dude, we live rent free in their minds.
Dude,
Actually, they
seriously.
kind of compared themselves to us.
Okay, likely.
Yeah, our tunnels are
I mean,
better.
you know.
They wash themselves out.
Yeah, we have way more homeless, okay?
Crazy.
But yeah, I get they didn't directly blame us, so thanks, Australia, I guess. This movie though, can I get a rating from both of you? If we were to put this on a tier list, where would you put it?
You want to hear what it's about first?
Oh yeah, give us the synopsis.
An investigation into a government cover-up leads to a network of abandoned train tunnels deep beneath the heart of Sydney. As a journalist and her crew hunt for the story, it quickly becomes clear the story is hunting them.
That sounds way better than the movie was. Can I get a rating from both of you? Where would you put this, Alex?
I think I'm going to piss you guys off. I don't think you guys are going to
piss
agree
me
with
off.
this.
Don't piss me off.
But I think this belongs squarely in B.
Don't piss me off.
Don't fucking
you
do
kidding?
that.
Okay, I'm gonna pull up the tier list right
Yeah,
now.
Here.
First,
I'll put it on the stream too. So
First, TJ, what would you rate it?
Not fucking B. Maybe a fucking C minus. We're talking about B.
So, Alex, I'm gonna call you out on this one. You think The Tunnel is better than Buried?
Yeah.
You think it's better than Cooties?
Well, I don't know that I fully agree with Cooties. It's just there's so many good things.
You think it's better than Maggie?
Yeah. You think
Yeah.
it's better than Maggie, dude?
You seriously think it's better than Maggie?
Old
I do.
Mags, dude?
You think it's better than The Shallows? That one does make me laugh.
Yeah.
The
Well, I
10
could
out of
see it
10
mid-C,
movie,
okay?
The
I could see it.
Shallows?
I could see it in the middle of there somewhere. But
Remember, I'm not a very big fan of 28 Weeks Later. I think this was better than that. I think this
No.
was...
Definitely no.
this is
definitely
literally
worse
just
than
so
28.
yeah, like this is just how do I'm trying to think, like, you think this is better than Resort? I think Resort's better than this.
I think this could be like
Dude's
right
just
behind
saying
Resort.
stuff to confuse us. Really,
You think this is better than Bird Box?
Yes.
This movie never had the
at least
the
Bird Box
cultural-
is an original idea.
like this is literally just As Above So Below but bad.
This is The Descent and As
Like-
Above, So Below, but worse.
I said The Descent too. If we
You
were
did, yeah.
describing a movie, I think As Above, So Below meets The Descent.
I think
But
we
bad.
need to watch The Descent.
Okay, but what was your... Well, okay, let me tell you my positive points on this first.
Okay, I would love to hear that.
The positive points on this were it's going to be controversial here,
Okay.
but it's all of the negative aspects of these humans.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
I think they got themselves into a really shitty situation. They couldn't get themselves out of it. They just went along knowing that this wasn't a good idea. And then all hell breaks loose when Tangles disappears. And I understood the dilemma of, we can't just leave this guy. We're not even supposed to be here. And then going to, nope, we've got to go get help. And that's the only way we're going to find this guy, to then help disappearing.
Is that your only positive point, or is that just one?
No, I think those were most of my positive points. I liked the intrigue.
Can I tell you what I didn't like about this movie?
Yeah.
It was just As Above, So Below, but bad. No, I'm kidding. I just keep saying that. No, I do mean that, but it's basically like, this is what I was telling TJ earlier. I think As Above, So Below was so good because it was like, yes, they're stuck below the catacombs. They're trapped. They can't get out. But it's not just that. It's that you find out that they're trapped in hell. Like they're trying to escape their own personal hells. And that adds like an extra layer of like, oh wow, okay, that's the intrigue there. This is literally just they went down into some tunnels for to get a news story, and now they're being hunted by this thing. No explanation of what this thing is or anything. It's just they're just being hunted. It's just a pure just, oh, they're helpless and they're trying to escape. That's the whole premise of the movie.
I get that.
It feels very lackluster. What did you say earlier, TJ? That like I was like, oh, that's a really good point. Oh, I remember.
I don't remember. What was it? Remind me.
You were saying that the mockumentary
Oh
style,
yeah, the mockumentary
like,
style dragged on for way too fucking long, and it gave away like what happened. Like you're watching the movie and you're like, there's 4 people going in. There's only 2 people in this fake documentary that's happening. You know who dies. So there's really no suspense there. Like you can make an educated guess, like, oh, it's the 2 other motherfuckers who die. So that just, kind of spoils the fucking movie for you. So I think they really like, if it was like a 20-minute thing at the beginning, like for the mockumentary thing, and then the rest was found footage, that would have been perfect, because like I feel like nobody would be thinking that hard into like the mockumentary part, like they wouldn't be thinking, oh, there's only the 2 people.
The mockumentary was definitely a choice. In a found footage type of film, doing a mockumentary feels like pick one or the other. Don't do both.
Yeah,
it feels really difficult to do both.
It felt like something would happen and then they would just like elaborate on it for like 20 fucking minutes.
Like it felt like I was watching one of those ghost hunter shows, except they were all dying.
Yeah, like something
Which
happens
that's
and
not
they're
a
like,
bad
hey,
premise,
this
but-
thing that you just saw happen just happened. This is what happened when that thing
and
happened.
I was scared.
And I was scared.
And I was scared when that happened.
And
Okay,
we
let's
were
go- let's get
recording,
back to the film.
and there was light, and it was so dark, and then this thing happened, and then it happened.
We watched them. We literally watch it. Or no, we don't. But no. While they're explaining, but like we watch it pick up the camera. When they all go into that room to find what was his name? Tangles. Dumb name. When they go in to find Tangles, and they're like, oh my god, all this blood couldn't possibly mean that he's dead, right? His torch is right here, which that's a flashlight. His torch is right here, but that doesn't mean it's him. And then they get back and they're like, the camera moved, and they watch it and they show you what they're seeing, and then it cuts to them being like, and then it just picked up the camera. It's like, yeah, no shit, I just saw.
Yeah,
but.
Well, I mean, I don't remember it exactly that way, but because it was, you're watching them walk back to the camera and say, I didn't put it there. What do you mean you didn't put it there? No, I put it right over there.
And then they show the footage.
And so we had to go back and watch it. So yeah, they show them watching it. I understand your points. I'm not nitpicking on these little things.
Those are huge
the
things.
cave monster knows how to use a camera.
Not to the plot.
You don't think it's a problem to the plot that they literally give away who survives at the very beginning?
The tunnel monster knows how to use a camera.
Yeah.
Well,
he doesn't hunt them then, but like, I don't know. It's just, there's some weird stuff. I kind of get it, like stalking your prey. I understand that.
They're like,
well, I understood later why
heard he died.
I understood later why he didn't, but they did have one major flaw.
When he launched at the camera when the light was on?
Yes and no, because like the whole idea behind that is this is some type of a mole person who it's gonna hurt. The light hurts him. He can't see because he's so used to the dark that
this is supernatural. We agree though, right?
I mean, yeah, bro fell into the water and Mia started tweaking. It could be supernatural. It could be like a pathogen or something in the water.
Well, the way that he killed that security guard that came, remember that guard who came down like after they'd already lost Tangles and they were super scared, and he was like, all right, follow me, we're getting out of here. And they're like, wait, what? And then he goes to the crossway and just that's supernatural. That's not a person.
I mean, it was, all they said was it was huge.
With that strength and speed and the way that it was moving around, that's not a human.
That's fine.
I think,
I wouldn't,
like, it's a monster of some kind. It's supernatural in some way. I think that's fair to say. But that's where I'm like, it literally just comes down to there's something in the tunnels that's hunting us. And that's the entire premise of the story, which is fine. But also, they give away who survives at the very beginning. And okay, now I want to get to the survival aspect of this episode. This is the only survival tip I have for this episode. If you are too panicked in a situation, tell somebody else to call 911 or emergency services. You want to be specific, like, hey, you in the gray shirt, call 911, because her calling the emergency services was the most frustrating thing in my life. That as a manager, I wanted to blow my brains out. That was awful. Emergency services, police, fire, or ambulance. Help me, my friend. Ma'am, please calm down. Police, fire, or ambulance. Please help. You have to help him. Okay, where are you? The station. Yeah, let me send help to the station. You gave no information. And then finally, the only way the operator could have known anything of what was happening is she goes, my friend's bleeding all over the place. Well, now the operator knows what the fuck you need. Like, it's, if you are too panicked in a situation, you should not call 911. You should ask somebody else to call 911 who can look at the situation and say, hey, I'm at this station. This guy's bleeding a lot. I think he needs an ambulance.
So I'll tell you my biggest complaint on this came from that scene right there, because she said so much blood, he's bleeding all over the place, stuff like that, right? But then afterwards said the coroner's report said he died of internal bleeding. I'm like, what? What the? Why would you do that?
Yeah.
That's an easy fix.
I didn't even catch that. I was too busy looking at the blaring issues.
He's internally, externally bleeding.
Now, I'm a fan of B movies. I really
This
like.
is worse than that, though.
I wouldn't call it worse than that.
This is a C movie.
It
This is
is.
the low
I mean,
C.
when I
said
say
C-.
a B movie, I mean generically speaking. Generally speaking, it's not an A list of actors. It's not. It doesn't have any hot shots. And this was what is his name? Carlo.
Main chick was hot,
Ledesma.
though.
She was very pretty.
I was into the main chick.
She looked very familiar.
Yeah, like I don't know if I've even seen her or anything.
I looked at her up. It's Beldelia, and I don't recognize any of the movies that she's done.
She's got one of those faces.
So I just realized, unless I'm tripping, we didn't do As Above, So Below on the tier list.
We didn't do that movie.
We haven't done As Above, So Below?
Nor The Descent.
I could have sworn.
No,
How have I not picked As Above, So? That is one of my favorite
that's
horror
literally
movies.
one of my favorite movies. I'm pretty sure we
How have we
watched
not-
it together or something, didn't we? I don't think
I know we watched it.
we did it for the podcast. I'm pretty sure me and you watched it together.
Okay, well, that's my next movie. Have you ever seen that?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, that's why you
As
think this
Above,
movie's
So
good.
Below.
Because you haven't seen it. If you saw As Above, So Below, I think you would agree with us.
As Above, So Below
the
is
biggest...
one of the better found footage movies.
Yeah, and what I think As Above, So Below does so well is that it's found footage from the beginning, and it's that way the whole time. It's not necessarily found footage because they upload it. Like that's the whole thing. Like they upload it. They're recording their journey on this, but it shows you from the very beginning of the story. Like she goes to this place in search of this relic. She finds it. She's able to get pictures of it, and she goes to a friend in France who can translate it. And they find out like where the gates to hell are, and it's in the Paris catacombs. And so they sneak into like a secret entrance with this group that says like, yeah, we could get you in there, we can get you into that secret part of the catacombs.
Actually
for
filmed
sure.
in the fucking catacombs, by the way. Like they actually went in there.
So they go down into there, and they pass a certain point where like they basically realize they can't go back. Like they try to, but it just kind of loops them, and then they end up they just have to go forward, and so they go through it, and people die as they go through, but it's so good. But it's like I think that's maybe an A or S tier movie.
Yeah.
But the problem with this one, I think the biggest blaring issue with this movie, The Tunnel, is that they tried to do the mockumentary thing, but they also did the found footage thing. So it ended up
new
it
genre
ended up
series
feeling
for
like
the podcast. White people going into tunnels.
white people going into dark spaces.
Yeah, white people going into dark spaces. We got this one. As Above, So Below. We can do The Descent. There's more. I know there's more.
We could do that one movie where that white teacher moves to the Bronx.
Is that the one with Matthew Perry? Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, that's the one. I actually like that movie.
It is a good movie. There's so many movies like that though.
Yeah, there's one with Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
I kind of want to watch that one.
I was just like it's white guy goes to place, sees unfortunate situation for kids, makes it better.
Yeah.
Somehow true story.
White guy goes to struggling neighborhood.
There's
Cares about
that
people.
fucking one dude, and then he finds a bunch of Mexican kids, and he's like, "Yo, cross country, that's what you guys are doing now. Cross country Mexican team, let's do it." And they're like, we gotta go pick the fields with our family.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes out there with them.
Mm-hmm.
No idea
It's
what
like,
that shit was called.
That's almost similar to like Coach Carter, except he was
There's
black,
so many
but-
movies like that.
Yeah,
Anyways,
those movies are great.
you know what? We're gonna do those movies. That's what we're gonna.
We just start going into a bunch of like
we are
motivational,
switching
like,
up our
uplifting
podcast.
stories, underdog stories.
Yeah, dude.
Will you overcome? That's our new brand.
Overcome the podcast.
Today we're talking about Coach Carter. How can we be more like Coach Carter in our day-to-day lives?
Just sounds like just a version of like alpha male podcasts, but like
A little
wholesome.
bit. Sorry, Alex. We're just riffing now.
We're just
That's okay.
we're
This
we're
is legitimately just-
motivational people now.
This
Okay, we're motivation
This is
maxing.
quite. This is quite literally what our normal Discord calls sound like.
Well, what I was doing in the meantime was looking up when people have gotten lost in the catacombs.
Thanks for the heart, me, Josh.
And unironically, the first person and still most famous person to get lost was a man who was, this is a funny name, Philibert Asper. He was a doorkeeper at the Villa de Grace Hospital. He reportedly entered the underground tunnels, possibly while drunk or trying to get access to a nearby cellar/brewery for liquor. He only had a single candle. He got lost when his light went out and he died alone in the darkness. His body wasn't discovered until 11 years later in 1804, just a few
Damn.
meters from an exit staircase.
No.
Did
He was
they?
identified
did
by
they
his
just leave him down
hospital
there?
keys and the buttons on his jacket.
They could have just
That
left him down there.
sucks.
Well, his grave marker still exists in the catacombs and has become a popular spot for explorers.
Just add his skull to the wall. For people who
No,
don't know
there
what the Paris
are-
catacombs are, it was like plague times, and they needed places to put the bodies, so they just started building intricate fucking art with with bones and shit.
It's a mass grave.
It's a mass
basically.
grave, basically. Thousands of miles of tunnels under
But it's
Paris.
become a tourist attraction.
Yeah, there are some parts that are open for like tourists to go in, where like you can't get lost. You're with the tour guide and shit. But there are still
We
entrances
are-
and stuff.
We are dark creatures, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know we've talked about this before, but do you ever like take a step out of your body and imagine how humans must seem to other creatures?
I mean,
That's called
didn't we-
disassociating, Eric. I think you need to talk to your therapist about that.
We did a whole bit on
Didn't we
how I
talk
think I
about
could
that?
win therapy.
we're skinwalkers to other
Oh yeah, we're
Yeah.
absolutely skinwalker to like deer and whatnot. We're fucking skinwalkers.
Or duck.
That's horrifying.
I mean, we do a duck call and they're like, "Oh shit, one of mine."
Yeah, they're literally hearing, "Oh boys," and they're like, "Oh
It-
shit,"
I can
and then they
actually
get
I
shot.
could do a really
That's
good
crazy.
duck call. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, I know what you're gonna do.
Come here, duck.
Yeah. I love that. I knew you were gonna do that.
Those are like my favorite
Come here,
jokes.
duck. I
Or
love
like,
doing that to people.
yo, so I was hanging out with this guy, and he was a former military, and Velcro is like really loud, and you're in like a tactical environment. You're trying to be stealthy. You don't want the Velcro to give you away. So he has this way to open up Velcro without it making any noise at all, and nobody will be able to hear the Velcro when you do it. And then you're like, all right, I'll show you. And then you take the Velcro, you just go, ah! You didn't hear the Velcro, did you?
I didn't hear it at all. That's great.
That
That's
is
great.
a very military joke.
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard that before on a military base.
Yeah.
So one of the reasons why I actually like this movie is it plays on a long-standing urban legend of haunted tunnels. So I go with your premise that this is supernatural, because these things have superhuman strength, even though they would be, if you will let me, they would be more of a mutated human than a superhuman,
Like the
Yeah.
Descent.
like the Descent. Yeah, they're not. They shouldn't be. They shouldn't have superhuman strength when they're living on, we'll say, subnutritious standards.
Yeah, like unless
They
there's
shouldn't-
there's probably
Yeah.
fish down there, maybe, possibly.
No,
if it
everything's
connected to
dead down there.
some fresh water, something might be down there. Maybe some small stuff.
I'm pretty sure underwater aquifers don't have fish, right?
Some do.
Unless it was attached in some way to underground water. So like if they built the train, now understand, I always love this fact about water. There is no such thing as waterproof. There's watertight, there's water shed. You don't seal water away from where it wants to go. You can divert its attention, get it to go somewhere else because it's easier, but eventually water will take back.
It'll go
Whatever
the
it
exact
wants.
way that it wants to go. Like if you
That's-
divert a river, it'll
Yep.
eventually like freaking, it'll stretch out and then it'll create like this weird like lake and then it'll turn back into the river it was.
Did you hear about there's like a bridge down in South America? They made this bridge that's impervious to hurricanes. Will never go down in a hurricane. And a hurricane came through. The bridge is still there, but the river rediverted and went around the bridge. So the road is completely covered. The bridge is there.
Well, Mother Nature said, "Fuck your bridge,
Build another
build
one.
another
bitch.
one." Yeah, that's yeah. I agree. There was a guy who walked around. Of course, it was California beaches. I'm sure you heard of this, Alex, where he had a petition
Oh yeah.
to ban H2O.
Dihydrogen monoxide.
Oh yeah, dihydrogen monoxide.
It is the
because
most dangerous
yes,
element
it's
on
the
the planet.
most dangerous and destructive element on the planet, and it goes unregulated.
Everybody who's ever
people use it
Children
every
has
day.
died.
on playgrounds can get it.
People use it every day, and people just don't care what it does to the environment. And all these people just being like, "Yeah, let's ban it," signing to ban water.
Yep.
Because they don't know what dihydrogen monoxide is.
Yep.
But
the point I'm making is if there was water attached to these tunnels somewhere, which clearly there was, right? Maybe it was groundwater, maybe it was another underground river, lake. They called it a lake. Don't know why they said it was. Now, I believe they used the term kilometers, which is just bizarre to me. I don't know what that is. We're in the imperialist system here, the standard
yeah,
system.
what's a fucking kilometer?
What's a kilometer? I don't know. That's nonsense to me.
It's a bald eagle.
What the fuck is that in Bald Eagle?
That.
Perfect.
What he said.
Perfect.
I don't know if they'll be able to hear that. You might have to put that in.
I don't think the recording will hear it, but the stream did.
That is so loud.
That is very loud. I
Sorry.
like that.
What were you saying, Alex?
I was just saying that the lake that they called it, it could have been attached to some kind of a water system, which would mean that there's a possibility for fish to be in there.
I mean, I guess, but still,
I mean, what
I don't
else would they
know.
be eating other than just? I
People?
mean, homeless people. Homeless people.
Rodents
Missing
and people,
algae on the
but
wall.
which they probably
even so,
started
like,
with rodents.
even if you're super strong, but which this guy, it's not like he's fucking bulking. It's not like he's lifting weights and whatnot down there. But that one scene where that guard comes down and is about to escort them out, and then he gets just absolutely ambushed. The speed at which that creature crossed the hallway, met resistance by grabbing the guy, moved him like he didn't weigh anything, and just pulled him, and then continued to go so fast that by the time they got there, they couldn't see him anymore. They couldn't see it anymore. And it was just a blur on the camera.
But did they? I don't think they chased him. They ran the opposite direction.
Oh, maybe they ran. I don't know. But like so fast across the hallway when they grabbed it. It met resistance by a full-grown man who was heavier set. Just bolts across like he's nothing. Just lifts him and carries him away. But you presume that he went far because you heard the screaming. The screaming got far away pretty quick.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think they were running the opposite direction too. So, but it would still be.
Like, all that to say, I don't care how strong you are. Unless you're fucking, what's that one guy, the strong man who's like the strongest guy on earth? I forget his name. Thor? No. Who am I talking about?
I have no idea.
He's the guy who fought those two douchebags
Is
in
it
the
Eddie Hall?
Yeah, Eddie Hall.
Unless
saw
you're
that.
him.
What is he
And,
called? The Hulk?
No
And even
idea.
so,
but
he's
I
not that
seen
fast.
I seen the video of
No.
him picking up
That's-
like 2 tons or something. Ton.
Yeah, the guy. Guy's
His nose
insane.
Yeah, that
started
guy could-
bleeding.
That guy could pick up a whole human being, no problem.
Yeah, like that's the strength you would need for that. Maybe not quite that much, but you
I
would
doubt
need to
he
be
has
like,
the speed.
yeah,
Oh,
but
wait.
he wouldn't have the speed to do that.
This is relevant. Nerdy saying, is his name Juggernaut?
No,
No?
I think it's called the Hulk. Eddie the Hulk. That sounds kind of
Thanks
right.
for the 4 match stars, Josh.
Eddie Hall. What's Eddie Hall's nickname?
Eddie, the Hall.
That's Eddie Hall, called Eddie Strongman, the Beast.
The Beast.
Weak.
There's these two like Filipino fighters who are like 5'8", who are like, we could totally fuck you up in a 2v1, and Eddie Hall was like, no, you
I
can't.
remember.
And they're like, yeah, we fucking can. And then they got the snot beat out of them.
Yeah, he really was
I
just
remember.
dogging on him the entire time, bro.
It was within seconds.
Like,
I mean,
like
each
toddlers.
each of them took one hit and were like, fuck that. And then they were just dancing around the ring for the next like fucking 3 minutes.
Take that one hit and that makes you not want to take any more like that.
Yeah, they were just dancing around the ring for 3 minutes. Like they weren't even going at him. It got to a point where the ref literally said, like, you have to fight. Like you can't just run around the ring.
His whole thing is grabbing and gripping onto things and lifting them. So you get near him, you're getting picked up and slammed.
The other thing is like he has a much further reach than they do.
Mm-hmm.
He has so much more strength. It doesn't matter that he's moving slow. He just needs to fucking tap you in the side of the head with his forearm, and you're knocking over.
You remember the weigh-in and the press release before the fight? One of those idiots goes and steals his water bottle.
Yeah,
and he was like, "What are you doing? Bring that back."
They don't understand. Like they really didn't get it. It's I saw a meme on Instagram. It was Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and it was like, size doesn't matter, guys. And it's this guy who's probably like 5, 6, or 7, like attached to the arm of a guy who's clearly like 6'3" and fucking huge. And he's like trying to get him in an arm bar, and he's not able to get the arm to fully go straight, and he's trying really hard. And then the guy who's being armbarred is like, oh, hang on. And he stands up with the guy still held onto his arm, gets water in his other arm, drinks it, and then lays back down and lets the guy put him in an armbar. It's like, yeah, size matters.
It's me versus Eric.
Yeah, pretty much.
It would
if
take
I
like
held on
3
to
of
TJ's
me
arm
to maybe be able to beat Eddie Hall. You know?
Eddie Hall's huge.
Dude's massive.
I think it would take more than 3 of you, just because you would need. I don't know your capability in this realm, but you would need to be able to take a freaking sledgehammer to the face and keep fighting in order to be able to
I'm pretty good at
overwhelm
fighting.
him.
I've never lost a fight.
The problem is, but you've never fought Eddie Hall.
True. But I'm pretty sure. How tall is Eddie Hall? I'm pretty sure he's pretty short.
He's like 6'4", right?
Pretty sure he's short.
What is short to you?
Short and dense. I feel like he's like 5.
He might be like 5'10". He might be like 5'10". He's not 5'8". He's huge.
They're gonna say something like centimeters. Watch.
173 centimeters.
How many millimeters is that?
6'2".
6'2".
I'm taller than Eddie Hall.
How much does he weigh?
He weighs, at his heaviest, he was 433 pounds.
I weigh 30 pounds less than Eddie Hall at his heaviest.
Yeah, and he's also all muscle.
Hey, I'm pretty strong, buddy.
I'm not saying you're not strong, but I'm saying you're not Eddie Hall.
I'm
saying you're gonna
Edward
get
Holland.
Yeah, the other thing that they did not consider is that not only is every single punch he doing a fucking cannon, but he can also take way more damage than they can.
Well, I mean, if you really want to look at the bright side, what they really didn't account for is the fact that he's British, so he's a fictional character.
They were fighting nothing.
Also,
dude.
you're not accounting for my
so
my bloodlust. So
yeah, I love you, dude. And for
how
that
is
reason,
he gonna fight me if I
Eddie
bite
Hall.
his Achilles tendon out?
I'm gonna say, how's he gonna fight you when he doesn't really exist?
Hey, them balls are still regular balls, brother.
I don't like where you're going with that one.
Bite.
I'll shove the entirety of his nuts in my mouth and chew them bitches like bubble gum.
The old twist.
Oh, minus 1 point.
My wife is staring.
Oh
at
my
me.
God.
I'm not gonna look at her.
The old dick twist.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my
It's
God.
an MMA fight.
Oh my God.
Grab his dick and twist it.
Grab his dick and twist it.
Yeah,
The
we got
old dick twist.
I feel like that'd be the go-to move if it was me versus Eddie Hall. You gotta do something. I'm going for Achilles tendons and the old dick twist.
Yeah, you're thinking that you can even get your hand to his balls before he knocks your ass out.
Listen, I'm faster than Eddie Hall, I believe.
Nope.
Yep. I got more explosive
Nope.
power in my knees.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep. I could burst.
Nope. You know what? Maybe when he's Tyson's age. Maybe.
Yo, Eddie Hall, come and fucking get me, bro.
Don't say that.
Eddie Hall, come get me. But
Just
it,
shows up
it
at
has
his
to be
door.
a tag team match.
If with who?
Well, Eddie Hall is just Eddie Hall. He don't get a teammate, but it'll be me and it'll be Peter Dinklage, and I'm not letting that bitch tag me back in.
He's like, please. You're like, no, you got it, man. You're good,
Bro, just get under him. Get under him. He's sitting
If you
on
just
him.
keep running, there's no way he can catch you.
He's just laying on Peter Dinklage. He's like, dude,
I like that
please.
one even better. I thought you were going to say Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I think that would be kind of funny. And I'm not going to let him tag me back in, but that's even better.
For a second, I thought he was gonna throw me into this, and I was like, I do not.
Eric
wanna
would
fight Eddie
die.
I kind of thought so too.
Yeah, I'd literally just be like, you win. It's okay.
Lay
you,
down.
don't, you don't have
Just
to hit
Eric,
me.
please.
It's
Just
okay.
lay down.
Eric, my legs.
Look,
He's breaking
look,
my legs.
Tapping. It's all right. He's like, I'm not even near you. Tapping. It's okay.
Eric's not even in
You
the
win.
fight. I'm in there first. I'm like bleeding to death. I'm like, Eric, please. You're like, I'm tapping for you.
I'm literally at the door tipping the doorman. I'm like, yeah, just don't let him come after me, please.
Yeah, no.
Tap for
Don't
me.
ring the bell, because once you ring the bell, he's still gonna have so much energy. He's gonna come after me anyways. I need you to let me get away first.
Yeah, here's $40 if you let me get to my car before you say anything. They haven't noticed I left.
I think you give me something I care about, I'll fight for my life. I think I'll have the power to beat Eddie Hall.
I love you, dude. I don't think so.
Put Adele's coochie on the line. I'll be there.
That's wild. You would die for that.
I would die for that.
You would die.
I would drag
It's
my
true.
balls through 8 miles of broken glass just to sniff her daddy's balls, just to see where she came from.
That's the gayest thing you've ever said.
Gayest?
That's okay. He said some gay things to me before, but that was something else.
This is the guy who said that you married him and his wife, and not in the sense that
This was
ordinary
gayer.
people would say.
This was way gayer.
Listen,
But okay,
He said he would drag his balls through 8 miles of glass just to sniff another dude's balls.
just to see where she came from, brother.
That's crazy.
All right.
Not even to say just to sniff her bathwater or just to sniff like
Nope.
a seat that she has once sat in. No, her dad's balls. Why? Not even her mom.
That's how desperate,
Dad.
bro. That's how desperate. Adele, hit me up.
with his wife in the room.
Not even her mom.
That's what you get when you're from Washington.
Oh, man's down bad. What is Maddie doing to you, man?
Listen, I love my wife. I'd kill for my wife, but
I just want to
Adele?
fight Eddie Hall for her. That's crazy.
Adele?
That's wild. So I'm not backing down off of my B rating, but I will say
Oh, fuck.
You
Sam.
guys
Of
have
course
convinced
Sam joins and
me.
hears that. Outrageous. Maddie says
You
hi,
already
Sam.
said it. Oh man, I could not put this higher than C.
I will say they should have picked what they were going to do.
Yeah.
Found footage or a mockumentary.
I'm not gonna lie. I really do feel like your opinion is going to change drastically when you watch As Above, So Below.
And I'll gladly say so if that's the case. I
do think so.
the only reason was I did enjoy the ride. It was entertaining.
It's because you haven't seen As Above, So Below. It's like, okay, so imagine this. It's like getting on Boomerang at Knott's Berry Farm, and then someone's like, I got something even better. And then they take you to Montezuma's Revenge. That's what this was. I rode Boomerang. It was fucking wild. It was cool. And then someone was like, I got better. And then they took me to Montezuma's. And I went, oh, I mean, it was fun.
Yeah.
But like, that's not.
You know what? In all honesty, this is way outside of our conversation, but better than the conversation you and TJ were having.
What? -1.
No, this is way better because it's at least more wholesome. But the only reason why I would say Montezuma's was a better ride is because it never had the line that Boomerang had.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It was.
But you're absolutely right. In the sense of the ride, no comparison. So
There's a.
I can't wait.
Well, the
Is TJ
comparison.
going to steal your movie?
For anyone who doesn't know, the analogy I was making, there's these two rides at this amusement park. Boomerang would it would pull you all the way up, it would pull you backwards all the way up, and then it would drop you. You would do one loop, you would do like another corkscrew, and then you do a third loop, a big one, and then you'd go up, and then you do all of it again backwards.
Yeah.
It was like a boomerang. Montezuma's Revenge was basically that, but one loop.
One loop, two
You
loops.
would shoot forward. You would go through a big loop. You'd go up, and then you'd fall backwards. You do the big loop, and then you'd go up the other way, and then you come back into the station. So it's like, you know, I do think and anyone who's seen As Above, So Below, I think would 100% agree with this. This was I think this was also before As Above, So Below. So I'll give it that credit. This was a 2011 movie, but
this was after the
As
Descent.
Above, As Above, So Below came in and just knocked this completely out of the park. It's just a much better version of this kind of film.
Sam dropped by.
Mm-hmm.
She came to both of our lives. How's it going, Sam?
There's a water park here in Washington that's closing now. I don't know whose idea it was to have a water park in Washington. I don't think that's a good business expense, dog.
Oh, sorry.
Maddie hates Wild Waves. She used to work there, and she told me a story. There was some dude with like an infectious disease that decided to go to the water park and was like, "Yeah, this is a great idea."
Yeah.
So
I'm not gonna lie. The older I get, the more water parks.
it's like,
and stuff
yeah,
like that
shared
kinda
bath
gross me
water.
out. I mean, at least they put so much chlorine into those pools that it's like you at least have that assurance. But
You know how much pee is in there?
so much.
Okay,
much
so-
pee.
You know how much I've peed in there?
Dude, I've
Oh
peed.
my
I've
God.
peed every pool I've been in. I peed in.
I've peed everywhere I've been.
I
You know
don't
the
even
other-
get in the pool to pee. I just piss into the pool.
The
On the
other
edge.
good thing about the water park.
You're just standing on the edge. Just
That makes
peeing
it
into the
worse.
pool.
That makes it so much worse.
Oh man! And someone's like, "What are you doing?" You're like, "We all do it.
We all do it.
Come on, you're acting like you don't pee in the pool."
I don't like peeing when my wiener's wet.
My wiener cannot be submerged when I pee.
Yeah, it's the pressure difference, man.
You guys are freaking weird.
Oh, you're telling me you don't pee in the pool?
I honestly do not.
Wow.
You wouldn't drink Wild Waves pool water just to get
No.
one night with Adele, bro? Couldn't be me.
No.
I
No.
don't think you could offer anybody to me.
No.
Yeah, I could. Haley
No.
Williams.
Okay, I love Haley Williams.
You
but
drink
not
a
that
a
much.
gallon of fucking pool
Nah, I
water.
wouldn't.
You
Nah,
would.
I wouldn't.
For
I wouldn't.
you would.
I wouldn't. I really.
She's
like
right
Haley
in front of you.
Williams.
She hands
I
you a
wouldn't.
gallon of pool water. She's like, I will get
All right.
Give
buck
me
well,
a
bleeding.
dollar.
well, when you word it that way, there would be at least some consideration.
You can't see Sam, but that made me smile. That was
There-
funny.
There would be, if she was like, if you drink this, there would be a part of my brain that went, well,
Well,
how fast can I chug this?
In the day, I think mine would have been. Let me see. Who was I the biggest fan of?
Marilyn Monroe?
No, it was what a dick. I think it would have been
Cleopatra?
um,
Fuck. I was like, who's older?
What happened is TJ and I both went, what's another famous woman who's really old? And we both went, Cleopatra.
That's probably the oldest. We really
I
jumped
think-
there.
Was it Amelia Earhart?
I think the one that would have sparked my interest to make me say,
Frida
and
Kahlo?
think about that question would have been Scarlett Johansson.
You know what? Not even back in the day. Right now, gallon of pool water.
Gallon of pool.
No,
See, that's
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't do it, but it would at least be enough to make me go, well,
See, that's how I feel about Haley Williams. I'm like, I wouldn't just immediately be like, give me the jug, but I'd be like, well, let's talk.
okay, we're negotiating.
Okay,
It's me.
half a
I'm
gallon
negotiating with my
now,
own brain.
half a gallon later. Does that work, please?
So what would be happening there is my stomach would be negotiating with my brain,
Right?
and my brain would be negotiating with my penis.
That's funny because Sam says hers would be Sam Elliott.
You know what? That is
Okay.
valid. That man's voice
Cowboy.
Yeah, I get that.
Old school cowboy.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's a couple celebrities that would make me think.
What's
There's
What's her
one that I
name?
would just drink.
you seen Jurassic World? Redhead in Jurassic World. What's her name?
Yeah.
Oh, she's pretty. I don't know if I would.
I think the actress. I forget the actress's name. I want to say Claire. but I
Bryce
think that was
Dallas
her actual
Howard.
character name.
Yeah,
That's it.
Bryce Dallas.
Whole
Yeah,
gallon
I don't know.
immediately.
Very pretty. She's very pretty. I don't know if I would. I don't know.
Hey,
if I'd,
in that movie, they had to de-enhance her booty, bro. She got massive cheeks.
okay.
I still
me up.
love that. I still love that scene.
Yeah, I'm sure she will.
She takes she
She's
she
listening right
untucks
now.
her shirt, she unbuttons the bottom, ties it, she like wraps it all around. Chris Pratt's like, what does that mean? Well, it means I'm ready to go.
Oh yeah.
Still in heels. Fucking.
Those heels. That was the worst thing ever. And she kept running in them though. That's
That
freaking
has to be
gnarly.
so uncomfortable, bro.
Speaking of which, this movie, was there nobody else? None of those guys would have taken off their shirt to tie it around that dude's arm. And by the way, was that an editing error? Because I don't think they ever showed us what happened to his arm. I know he said he bumped it on something, but it was like very anticlimactic that all of a sudden his arm is all jacked up. But he's like, oh, I must have bumped it on something. I just wish they went back and watched it several times, hoping to see like something grab his arm or something like that, but nothing. I never saw it.
That's what I'm saying. I really like. There's not much more that I can say other than I guarantee you when you watch As Above, So Below, you're gonna be like, oh, I get it. Yeah, this is way better. Like this is what As Above, So Below is what this movie tried to be, in my opinion, and I think. I do admire the, I guess, innovation of it. When did The Office start in the U.S.? Was it 2005?
The Office?
God, I don't think so.
The Office
was it later?
I think.
I thought in 2011.
Okay. I guess maybe 2011 was a big mockumentary phase, but I do like. You don't see many like mockumentary style things, especially horror. So I give them that credit. That's cool. This might be the only mockumentary.
Oh, dude, you're right. 2005.
Yeah, I
Really?
thought so. This might be this might be the first like horror mockumentary that we've really seen. So I give them that credit. I just don't think mockumentary fits with the horror genre.
No, it's more for comedy or.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just doesn't quite serve the same purpose. Because like the thing about horror is that you get so invested in the moment that you kind of lose yourself and you start to feel scared, but then they cut away from that to one of them in a safe room just being like, and that was very scary, and it just feels like one of those ghost hunting shows, which I also love. But
I mean, the
those are all
so
C
like
tier.
I will say the mockumentary and shit like that. It was all shot good. It's
Yeah.
just too much.
Like, it was done well. I just think the genre itself is not
like
fitting
it
to horror.
felt real. Like it was smart to do actors who like weren't super well known. You know, that's what makes it like you can't do like a found footage movie or anything with like a well known actor. Like imagine Brad
Yeah.
Pitt in this. You would not
Yeah,
be able to
you'd
suspend your disbelief.
No,
but
you'd immediately
With
be
this
like,
one,
it's a
you
movie.
can like somewhat, you know.
The guy who played Steve, the actor's name is Steve.
Well, okay, so
I noticed that in the credits.
then
thought
you
that was funny.
have things like, I don't know if this fits our genre necessarily, but it's a fun watch, which is The Fourth Kind, starring Mia Jovovich, where they did that in a documentary-esque fashion. They even had Mia Jovovich play the actress, and then they had another actress play the quote real life person. And
Yeah.
it was very well done. That made you think that this was all real. They filmed all of the interview aspects at Chapman University, making it look like this was a real event going on, like a real versus dramatized event. They would even put up the dramatized
Yeah.
video.
I see, like, and that was all very intentional, the way that they did that, and I think that's what made that movie good and successful. I think this one was just like, I don't know, it was just lackluster, and it seemed like it never really committed to. I guess it did commit, and it just didn't work. The way that they did the mockumentary, just I don't know. I think they gave away too much, way too early, and they really dragged on the mockumentary in the beginning, especially where there is like the first 40 minutes of the movie where you're like, man, this is
still going.
a little boring.
Well, and you make a valid point. I'll repeat myself. I think they should have chose one or the other.
Yeah.
Found footage, and it would, if they were going to do the both type thing, they should have done the mockumentary at like the beginning stages. We're about to do, this is what, documenting all of their steps of what they're about to do, right? We're going to uncover, we're gonna, and then you're in, and there's no more of that watching
If they wanted
event.
to keep it going, they could do like a beginning, middle, and end, like 10 minutes each or something of mockumentary shit.
Yeah. They threw it in a lot in between. And you kind of, Alex, you kind of spoke on something that is kind of exactly what As Above, So Below does, which is where like they commit to one thing. They commit to found footage, and in a sense, because they survive and they upload it, but it commits to this hand recorded found footage style thing, and the way that they fit that in is they start from her doing the first step that leads them to this.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it travels across different countries, so it does a good job of, you almost kind of forget that, oh yeah, someone's holding this camera, and that is kind of how it's supposed to be. But this mockumentary, like this, like going in between them is, you can never really get fully into either one of them, because they're kind of not, they don't synergize very well. And it's just like, it kind of, when you cut to the mockumentary, you really pull the viewer out of the found footage style. And then when you cut to the found footage, you pull them out of the mockumentary style. And so it's like these two styles that are clashing and keep pulling you away from what the other one's trying to do.
I didn't have that problem, but I will say, to the contrary, I was fully invested. I felt my emotions getting involved because I was getting extremely frustrated with the girl.
I got frustrated with her. I think I know what you're talking about.
The screaming.
Yeah.
They're like, shh, 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 shh. This thing's chasing them, and she's like screaming at the top of her lungs.
Like, dude, survival instincts of a fucking potato. What are we doing? Why are you screaming? You know this thing can hear you. What are you doing?
And so it was like that was very frustrating. And so I can't say that I was ever, I didn't feel like I was ever taken out.
But that I'm okay with. That her doing that, especially, like, it annoyed me, but I think what made it feel human is after she was doing that, when she started apologizing. Yeah. That made it feel human, because I'm like, look, I guess I don't know how I would react,
right,
given I was in the same exact
situation.
I
said the exact same thing to myself.
Like, I would like to think I wouldn't do that, and that would be very frustrating, but I get it. I understand the fear and the frustration that she was feeling.
Yep.
But at the same time, shut up.
Yeah.
I was just over here thinking of the gallon of pool water. And I was like,
this
gallon of tunnel water. What would make you?
No,
what would you?
Nobody.
Like, what could you get for a gallon of tunnel water?
Nobody.
Nothing.
Nobody. Nothing. I'm pretty sure you would die.
Tunnel water. Nah, I think it's just like Fent leaking into the water supply. It's fine.
If I'm gonna drink a gallon of that tunnel water, I want a literal genie.
Dude, he was
My
only
first
in that
wish-
water when he got pushed in for like at most 10 seconds. And then he immediately started tweaking.
I will say, okay, one cool scene, the guy with the eyes taken out in the water, and then the creature snaps his neck.
Yeah.
That was a cool scene. That was cool. I did like that scene.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. No. I like that one.
And I think that was the first time we really saw the creature.
Somewhat.
So that,
It was
like-
dark as shit still.
Yeah, but that was cool. I did like that. But yeah, ultimately, I do think, Alex, your opinion would change once you see As Above, So Below.
I will pick it for the movie if you want, or I can leave it for you and we can do the descent if I were to win.
Well, I would love to do that movie next. That is not why I'm picking who I'm picking to win this episode, but I think the winner of this episode is going to be TJ.
Yay!
For a couple different reasons. One, we agree. But two, I think you need to see As Above, So Below. So I would like for him to pick that if he's going to. But three, I think that just given that TJ and I have seen As Above, So Below, we have like just a very different perspective of this movie. And TJ and I just agree more on where this movie lies. I don't think it's a bad movie.
And
I just don't
really, you bring
think it's a
nothing to the
B-movie.
podcast, Alex. Like you were like deep voice guy, but like, who really needs a deep voice guy on the podcast?
What about Forearm Guy?
His forearms have been lacking lately.
Yeah, I saw you stopped lifting those 5-pound weights.
Yeah, dude,
At your wrists.
you stopped crunching concrete with your bare hands, and you need to start doing that again.
You stopped doing your forearm crunches.
You stopped bashing your arms into the ironwood tree like a fucking feudal Japan samurai. You ever see that one dude on TikTok who sprays dog medicine on his hands to make his hands stronger?
Yeah.
He's gotten to the point where he's like levitating rice from static electricity.
I have seen that.
That's what Alex needs
All
to do.
right.
He also needs to get a skillet.
Alex, after that devastating loss, do you want to read the socials?
Yes. Everybody make sure you go check out our socials. You can find us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Just search Will You Survive the Podcast. You can also send us your emails. Tell us what you'd like us to cover. If you have any suggestions, criticisms, critiques, just be sensitive because Eric is sensitive. Send those to theboys@willyousurvivethepodcast.com. That's THEBOYS at willyousurvivethepodcast.com.
Heck yeah.
At TJ Need Your Money on Venmo. Send me $1,000 to get your name tattooed on me. Eric's
nothing to
middle
offer
name
you.
is Ruben, and yeah,
Could you imagine
Ruben.
Eric Rubin?
You know what's crazy?
That's
I
not a
didn't-
bad name.
There's somebody in my life whose middle name is Ruben, and I'll let you
Is it
know.
Maddie?
No, Madison Rubin is crazy. That's such a crazy name. This is, what is this, Eric?
A fake green apple?
It is a fake green apple, but what is it? Apple mousse. Let's see what the.
Oh.
Ah.
TJ's eating something. TJ's
Okay.
trying to eat something.
All right. You guys want
The government's making fake apples now.
I'm just watching TJ eat something. I think this episode might be over. Congratulations, TJ. We'll see what you pick next week. Hopefully it's As Above, So Below. Alex, I can't wait for you to watch As Above, So Below. I guarantee you're going to change your opinion on this movie when you do. And yeah, ditto to what Alex said about the socials. And we will catch you guys next time when we have another survival scenario. And until then, stay alive.